The Forest took over the internet when it was first released, so it's no surprise that a sequel is on its way next year in 2023. However, it looks as if fans will have to wait just a little bit longer to return to the forest and fight cannibalistic mutants once more. Well, despite the much-anticipated sequel to the horror survival game The Forest being announced a few years ago, End Night Games has been as silent as a spooky forest at night, releasing very little information about the game. The Sons of the Forest release date is now confirmed to be February 23, 2023. The game has been delayed twice, having previously been scheduled for May 2022 and October 2022 release windows before moving to its current date. However, End Night Games has stated this will be the last delay, which is looking likely now that we have an exact date. Let's go over everything we know about the upcoming game Sons of the Forest, including its story plot, gameplay, and some leaks. But before that, if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave your thoughts on this sequel survival fiction game in the comments below. I did made couple of videos before this. Consider checking them after you watch this one. And also I made a video on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines too. That received well on my channel. Check out that if you are interested. I'll leave a link to all the videos below the like button. Any other particular game that you want me covering here, please comment below. Whichever game gets more common mention, I will try to cover it on my channel. As I don't have a PC to make a video and edit them, I will try to make my contents more clearer and better for in the future. Right now all my video was made by AI voice and edited on my mobile phone only. Let's see if my channel grows up in the future, my contents will be better quality. Let's get this stupid thing out of the way and start the video. So, the story is simple. It's a survival horror game that will throw players onto an island in their search for a missing billionaire. On the island, you'll get to make all your own decisions. There will be no NPCs or quests to guide your way. You'll have to do everything you can to survive, fighting demonic forces while building and crafting materials. The game will feature dynamic seasons, with the atmosphere and resources available changing with in-game time. Sons of the Forest will be a direct sequel to the popular horror survival game The Forest and places you in the shoes of an unnamed character sent to a remote island to rescue a billionaire. But upon arrival, you'll be engulfed in a cannibal-infested hellscape. Sons of the Forest is described as an open-world, survival, horror game, similar to The Forest. But it's unclear how the sequel's gameplay mechanics might differ from its prequel. The developers released 3 trailers so far, each of which highlight just how far developer End Night Games is pushing the visual fidelity, depth of its systems, and enhancing the immersion. And it's a fantastic showcase for what we can expect from the sequel, what new changes were made, what's the plot here, the end game, how the game development so far. Now let's talk about the gameplay here. The Sons of the Forest gameplay is built on the foundations that helped set the Forest up for success. It's an open-world survival game where you're empowered to use the weapons, tools, and environments around you to fight back cannibal mutants and mitigate the effects of the elements. You'll be able to play solo or in cooperative multiplayer sessions, although End Night is yet to confirm whether this sequel will support 8-player groups like its predecessor. Much like The Forest, this sequel will focus heavily on crafting, cooking, and combat, the latter of which has been massively expanded to encompass more weapon types. Guns will be more prevalent, although ammunition will be limited, so Sons of the Forest will have a melee focus. Given that Endpoint is also massively expanding the size and variety of the mutants here, there is also a shotgun on hand to help you out of a sticky situation is never a bad thing. The in-game map will be roughly 4 times bigger size than you've seen in the Forest prequel game. The area is loosely based on the Site 2 map you may have glimpsed at the end of the first game, although it has been subsequently expanded as End Night makes it a reality. This survival game is once again set in a Pacific Northwest style environment, although Sons of the Forest will feature dynamic seasons to help introduce more variety. This will not only impact the visual design of the island, but your approach to survival. Food sources will be different between summer and winter, for example, while the elements themselves will alter the behaviors of enemies and present further challenges. One of the more significant changes between the Forest and Sons of the Forest is a new AI system which developer End Night has improved since the last game. So the AI system behavior differ of those who inhabit the island. Characters will be impacted by hunger, thirst, and their mental state, which can alter their routines and reactions to events. Enemies will also have their own ecosystems, with your actions helping to influence whether mutants are more likely to stick to the network of underground caves or roam the wilds above. The developer has also teased that the cannibals will find expansive ways to coordinate their attacks, and that you can even use fear as a weapon against them if you're smart with your resources. This time around the game feature more robust cooking, crafting, and building systems. End Night has introduced a digging mechanic, and the ability to use a 3D printer to create more elaborate and complex items, be it to help aid your survival, or to create different colored objects to help you stand out from your friends in multiplayer sessions. The studio has also confirmed that it dropped the sanity system entirely as it couldn't find a satisfying way to intertwine it with the core survival loop. Building will still be a core focus in Sons of the Forest, and you should expect a more grounded series of systems to help further immerse you in the world. For example, if you want to add a window to the base you're building, just pull out your ace and chop in the space for one. Spears are created by sharpening wood, and campfires are created by snapping twigs and lighting them. Sons of the Forest is still a survival horror game at heart, so managing your resources and conditions will still be key, even as more challenging crafting systems are implemented. The Forest featured 2 endings, and Sons of the Forest effectively makes the first canon, where an older Timmy is seen struggling to suppress his mutation and investigating an island labeled Site 2. That's where the Sons of the Forest story unfolds. You're sent to the remote island to locate a missing billionaire, and quickly find yourself trapped in a cannibal-infested nightmare. Like the Forest before it, this sequel will focus on visual storytelling more so than scripted encounters or lengthy cutscenes, with the core focus being on survival against the horrors of the island. While you wait for Sons of the Forest to release in 2023, tell us if you are hyped for this sequel, what new features that you want to be added in the new game. Comment below and also subscribe to the channel for more updates on games news here. As always, thank you for watching our contents here. See you guys on the next one. Bye.